From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw is Wilson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Ryan on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 6-0 our score after one.
6. Falcons nothing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them. Injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 12-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season, but CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday. And then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. That feels like an old...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Smith, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Falcons 7. Seahawks 6. Sterling.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 6.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. Gets through, and now an opening. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll roll him out right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Atlanta. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Wilson will throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
4th down. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To number 16.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, here's Hall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle packet.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
From the 45 on 2nd down. Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run again with Carson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They go read option with Wilson. Breaks a tackle, now an alley. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the option. 72 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The 40, 20, 10.
Boy, you ain't got no feet.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bed.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
37 yards.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's got Lockett. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Myers' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. David Moore, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
Today's final score, Seahawks 17.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated...
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from Atlanta.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Play action. It's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones.
Complete.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 31-yard
That
line.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
He'll drop this underneath to Gurley.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's 3rd and 1.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They go play action now. Ryan. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And they're going to try to screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action with Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point.
Lining up for the point after.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Takes the score. Falcons 7. Bills nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
If you were me, you
Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for the Falcons.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 69 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 20.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Trent Murphy made
the passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Tyler Davison. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13 after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. As Singletary has it stripped. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 21. Gurley. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley,
40 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen.
Bye-bye, Beasley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, 75 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's Gurley. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Come on. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
at the 23-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Casey on the coverage.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And the Bills
ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
No gain on the
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season, believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But, boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To throw again is Ryan.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
at their own.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
A 6-yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Back now in Atlanta, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
This will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And a quick throw here that's complete.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
First down.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They run. It's Gurley. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Ryan to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Julio Jones.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Score, Falcons 20.
Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I